Right, guys, this was a job that I actually nearly went bust on, alright? Looking at this short little video of the job, you're probably thinking there's not a lot that went on here. But trust me, there was a lot of work that went on here. And when you're a one-man down and you're a one-man band trying to attempt all this work by yourself, you just get snowed under with everything, you get stressed out. Saying I tell all of my customers, there's always an end. And trust me, everyone, there is always an end to a job. You just got to get your head down and get the job done, because anything is possible when you put your heart and mind and soul into a job. So there's a lot of work that went on this job. I'm going to show you all the photos, all the rip out. I'll go through every single phase of this job. But just looking at it, to you, it's just a standard room with a couple of cupboards and a window in there. But trust me, there was a lot of work. So we'll jump straight into the rip out now, and I'll explain and tell you every single phase I had to go to complete this job myself. As you can see, this is the very start of the job. There was an old fireplace. This is the wall behind, because we did need to do a knock through on this job to create that window that you see. So we stripped the wallpaper off to uncover an absolute nightmare to begin with, because this ceiling, I don't know what was on it. I had to call my plasterer in to take a good look at this ceiling. He said we needed to seal everything up that was on there. It wasn't a distemper, it was something that I hadn't seen before. So here's the wall I had to install the lintel in to create that lovely window that we've seen in the final video. As you can see, the lintel is finally in. But at this stage of that job, alright, I'd actually lost my right-hand man. He had COVID, he had other problems going on in his life. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I lost him. So I was now snowed under trying to complete all of this work by myself. Now, it was a little bit daunting. I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of material to collect. We was in the middle of a heat wave. You can see by there it was 28 degrees. And I had to carry on and complete this work and organise everything to do with this job. So as you can see, I have moved on. I've actually built these lovely twin units. They are brother and sisters, I'd call them. The woman that I was working for the time, she wanted them all made in pine. She didn't want to go fully moisture resistant MDF for the whole build, so I had to source the pine, which is a bit of a nightmare. I was going here, there and everywhere trying to collect all that. As you can see now, I've actually started painting these units. Now the paint I used on these was an absolute nightmare to use. She picked it up. It was a Johnson's paint. It was an absolute nightmare to use. It stayed sticky for about a week. I've never seen that with a paint before. But the finish is fabulous on there. But you have to be really careful, because sometimes this paint, a little mark, you'd nudge it, you have to wait a week, sand it, and then refinish it. The customer added this little cast iron fireplace as well that you can see in the photos. Now I had to reduce the size of the fire opening to make sure this would fit. So here's a list of things I had to do on this job. I had to prep all the walls and ceiling ready for plastering. We had to get it plastered. That wasn't done by me, mind. I had to knock through to make this picture opening window that we call it. I had to make the new window. I had to repipe for the radiator. I had to reduce the size of the fireplace to take the new cast iron fireplace. I had to fit the slate off. I had to chase all the walls to put this wall-mounted TV on the wall. I had to build these two cabinets, and I actually had to do all the painting by myself. There was a load of other things I had to do, like the 200mm skirting boards you see, and loads of other bits like architrave, fillering, touching up, painting here, there and everywhere. So there was a lot of work to this job. You might be thinking it isn't a lot of work. I also put up the kit picture frame as well. We put a new light up in the room for the customer, but there was a lot of work that I had to do. Now in one of my previous videos, we obviously see this window that I made with the festool domino. So I had to get that fitted all by myself. New doors and everything, obviously the radiator, and tart all the room up. But it looks absolutely fabulous. But like I said, I nearly went bust on this job because I actually done the bathroom upstairs as well for this customer at the same time. Now, it was supposed to be a 6-week job, and the job went on for 3 months in the end because I had eventually had COVID. I was absolutely drained. I had no energy. I was coming into work, I was grafting, and I was not getting anywhere. But we're on the final video of the job now. It does look absolutely fabulous. It is worth all the graft. It did go on for way too long. The customer was stressed, but you know what? She absolutely loved it in the end. She gave me some lovely prezzies. I had loads of nice stuff off her. She was really pleased and happy with the work, and I got it completed. She just wasn't happy with the time scale. But you know what? These things happen, everyone. And you know what? I stuck it out till the end, and I actually got this job completed with a happy customer. It does look fabulous. I had to do all the painting. We painted everything white. I had to do all the black painting as well. She was really fussy, but I bit my lip. I got on with it, and I got the job done. And it does look absolutely fabulous. So you can see for yourself. You can watch some of the rip-outy bits, some of the nice finished bits, but I completed all this, all on my own. I was well happy, super proud of the job, and it looks absolutely stunning. So don't forget, if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a share, help my channel grow. It would mean a hell of a lot.